Alright guys, welcome back to some more Warno. Today we're carrying on with the Eugen official deck challenge. We've completed 3rd and 27th, so we're moving on to 6th light infantry. So let's bring up the official battle group, these Alaska boys. Here it is. And let's have a little look through. So 3 supply cards, pretty nice. The H1 command, NG rifle leader, and we've got an airborne leader here. So 8 CVs. Got some NG Rifles Law, upvetted USMC Security, upvetted NGI2, NGM40, got Airborne Dragon, Navy SEALs, and AB TOW 2. It's looking pretty nice. I mean, I'd like it a little bit more like standard infantry maybe, but it's looking pretty good. We've got some M105s, 107 mortars, all upvetted, and then plenty of ATGMs in the tank tab. Got the ITO, M901 ITV, 2 cards of Humvee tows. These guys all vetted on the end. We've got Alaskan snipers, Alaskan Cav scouts, LRS and a Huey. 2 cards of the M48 at 1 vet. The Recon A10, which is nice to see in there. NG Stingers, the VADs and the iHawk. VADs and iHawk both vetted. 2 cards of Tow Cobras. We've got an Eagle, Corsair HE, AT, Rocket, and the A6 Intruder seed. You don't get the Prowler, which I think the Prowler would be good to have in, but that's okay. You get the worst version, but that's alright. I think the Prowler being like unique for this, it would be nice to have it in here. But okay. This deck actually looks alright. It's one of the newer divisions, so it's going to look a lot better. But yeah, I'll see you guys in game. Again, it's going to be a post game like replay review, so I'll see you there in a second. Alright guys, here we are in game on Hess. We're going up against 79th versus K's, and I'm going for quite an aggressive start on this left side, trying to cut across the open. You see I've got LRS going in the Hueys, trying to get forward positions into these buildings, just trying to lock down these zones. I've got Airborne Dragon rushing up, Navy SEALs trying to get into this position here to contest this zone. Backed up by 3 M48s. I'm a little worried about the IZDs, so I'm thinking like 3 M48s with that 19 pen at close range. Might be able to deal with it pretty well. I've got the helicopter command flying about, and then I've got Alaskan Cav Scouts just going to lock down the city side. I'm backed up by 2 VADs in case any helicopters are coming, and more Alaskan Cav Scouts for the fire support pushing up into the middle. I see a BMP-2 pushing forwards here, but the LRS is going to stay hidden. The M1K might be an issue with its exceptional optics, and I'm trying to hide these guys out of the line of sight from the BMP-2 behind this this wood block here, and unload them in there. But now give me the recoilless rifles in a good spot. Airborne Dragon starts pushing forwards, and I'm driving up with my Cav Scouts and M48s. Navy SEALs leading the way. VADs are just staying here for the moment. They're going to respond to stuff. I buy in an A7 Corsair HE, and I'm going to be using this to try and punish anything that I spot. You'll see it come in a second. I keep pushing with the Airborne Dragon. They've got that little bit of standoff range with the Dragon 2, 1,250 meters. So I should be in range. I spot the T-80 BVK. That's a valuable target for me. And I'm using the Hueys to provide some fire support and also scout for AA. Navy SEALs starting to engage the Spetsnaz GRU. Navy SEALs with those 4 MGs versus that 1 SVD should be doing pretty well. But here comes the Corsair HE. Takes out the BVK. It's gone. I've got an Eagle up covering as well as the A7 Corsair retreats out of there, not taking a hit. Eagle just continuing to search to provide the air support. There is AA firing at the back, so I lead the Eagle away. It's going to keep circling around, but you can see my tempo on the ground here. Razveka BMP2 having to retreat now as the M48s keep driving up. The VADs are on the way too in case of a heli response as the AA continues to fire, forces my Eagle to evac. And the Hueys, they're coming in. They're going to be trying to use up the AA, scout these units out, and try and take them down even with those M60s. You can see we're starting to do a little bit of damage before we get shot down. But again, the tempo keeps on going. I'm just storming over the open here. I've got an ITO pushing up to lock down these roads here. I've got more ITOs there to push in to lock out this open zone on this side. NG rifle leaders moving about as I got this one here, who's now going to rotate round quickly to cap this zone over on this side. M48 takes a nasty shot from the IZD, gets taken out, but the other two push up. They're going to get into range here, and they're going to open up on the IZD. Bam, bam! Two really nice hits there. You see I've got another A7 Corsair HE coming in, going after the IZD. I switch targets, go after the OSA, bomb the OSA, because the IZD got taken out by the M48s. Corsair HE goes out, there's another IZD and the Igla, but the M113s are providing the fire support. Managed to survive that shot, which is pretty nice. That two front armor saving us there. The IZD, that one gets side shot, not quite able to survive, and the M48 start to engage again. Force the IZD back, it's having to smoke and pull away. M113 gets taken out again by the IZD. I get an A7 Corsair AT who's going to come in, try and deal with these IZDs. There's two of them in here now. Definitely causing an issue, but I've got 80 gems to kind of screen, force them to use their smoke. We get a nice shot on that one there. It does survive, but there's some good damage. It continues to push through. BMP-2D is pushing across the road here. Manages to unload before the Navy SEALs can engage, and they're going to get a little bit caught out there. Having to pull them back. Here comes the A7 Corsair AT, takes out one IZD before circling away. We get our CV into this zone, we get our CV into this zone, and this is going very well for us indeed. There's still an IZD in this forest here, but at this point our opponent gives up, and we've managed to do a pretty good job with this fight. Our opponent it's not had a good rank season. So we did get lucky in that game. We got the win. For these games, some of them, if they're like that low or like that one-sided, it's almost like I feel like maybe I do them again. So I might come back to some of these once I've gone through all the other divisions and repeat some of them. There's definitely some others which I've already played before I'm recording this that probably are worth doing again, but we'll see. But yeah, we did great in terms of kills, right? We lost that one M48 because it engaged by itself versus the IZD, but when we got two of them engaging together, we did a really good job. Managed to take out this one, and then the bombers doing a lot of the lifting as well for us. Yeah, went very well. Thanks for tuning, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.